Alright, welcome back everybody to another retro video game pickup video. This is all the stuff I got from the Long Island Retro Videogame Expo in Hauppauge, New York. First I want to show you the t-shirt that I picked up. You might have heard me in that little brief video picking it up or asking if they had one. It says the Long Island Retro Gaming because the game is never over. liretro.com. This is on the back of the shirt. On the front of the shirt, Long Island Retro Videogame Expo. So that's the front of the shirt, and then this is the back of the shirt. Okay, and it's funny because it was $18. She charged me $15. I think she forgot the prices, so I made out. I should have paid $3 more than I did. So first game I want to show you is a complete in-box version of South Park for the N64. I was missing this for my collection. It's a little bit in rough shape, but got it, finally. A giant comet is heading toward South Park, and it's up to you to save them. Beware of anal-probing aliens, big evil clones, and demented turkeys. It's the only game big enough for Cartman's Big Fat. Play as all your favorite South Park characters. With this new cow launcher, people will respect your authority. Authentic voices from South Park, including Isaac Hayes' chef. Sweet environments without any lame tree-hugging hippies, and howdy-ho your way through mega multiplayer action. So let me just throw this in a protector. I had one handy, so I can put this in my collection. I will also be doing an updated game room collection very soon, or updated game room video very soon. Next up, I want to go to these PS2 games. Now, I got a hell of a deal. Two of them are sealed, factory sealed, and I got them each for $2. And then I got this other game for $3. So I got a great deal, especially because they're sealed. You know, one's Midway Arcade Treasures 1 for the PS2, still factory sealed. Okay. Jam-packed arcade action. Midway Arcade Treasures is jam-packed with over 20 classic arcade games, including all-time favorites Spy Hunter, Defender, Gauntlet, Joust, and more, for the first time on home entertainment console systems. Old-school arcade favorites include Spy Hunter, Defender, Defender 2, Bubbles, Joust, Joust 2, Sinistar, Splat, Clax, Root Beer Tapper, Road Blasters, Robotron 2084, Vindicators, Satan's Hollow, Smash TV, Marble Madness, Paperboy, Gauntlet you can play with up to 4 players, Rampart, Super Sprint, and Rampage you can play with up to 3 players, Blaster, Tubin, and 720 Degrees. So, great pickup for $2, sealed. $20 originally, look at that, $2. Next up is Taito Legends, plus Space Invaders, 28 games that defined a generation. This is from Sega for the PS2. This was $3. Taito Legends, you got Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, Bubble Bobble, Operation Wolf, Elevator Action, Phoenix, Zookeeper, Battle Shark, Colony 7, Continental Circus, Electric Yo-Yo, Volfied, Gladiator, The New Zealand Story, The Ninja Kids, Operation Thunderbolt, Return of the Invaders, Tokyo, Plump Pop, Rainbow Islands, 2-Bit, Great Swordsman, Space Gun, Space Invaders Part 2, Super Quicks, Zeus, Plotting, Thunder Fox, and Roston. 29 original arcade hits on one compilation. Or compilation, however you want to say the word. That was $3. That was not sealed. This was sealed. Another $2 game, NHL 2005. Was one I was missing and I grabbed it. The features EA Sports Open Ice Control, the World Cup of Hockey, Face-Off Playbook, EA Sports Free-For-All, and enhanced online gameplay. Factory sealed for $2. Thank you very much. Next up are some PS1 games I was missing. First we'll go into Midway Presents Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Midway Collection number 2. I forget how much I paid for this for, but it might have been $5, but I think it was $5 each for these games. Blaster, pitch your starship shooting skills against endless waves of enemies. Roto shooting robots, runaway spaceships, evasive vampire ships, squads of saucer ships, the masterminds, and more. 20 million light years away. Burger Time, specialty of the house. Help Chef Peter Pepper in a race to collect patties, cheese, lettuce, and buns. Face challenging mazes, make mounds of burgers, and score big time in Burger Time. Joust, survival of the fittest. Joust 2, the sequel to the record-setting video game, pits you against buzzards and vultures in an intense battle for survival. Buzzard eggs hatch into evil aggressors, while golden eggs offer the promise of special rewards and ultimate victory. Then you got Moon Patrol, Alien attacks, bottomless craters, boulders, landmines, cannons, low-flying planes on your tail, and the clock ticking away. These are just some of the challenges awaiting you in Moon Patrol. Then you got Root Beer Tapper. It's fun, refreshing, mug-sliding fun. You'll love serving frosty root beers to the thirsty customers in 4 different scenes. Quench your thirst for fun with another classic Root Beer Tapper. Then you got Splat. Splat, the never-before-seen Lost classic. Splat goofy nerds in the face and watch them bounce off the walls. Pass through the door by catching keys and reach the other side with ease. Your enemies are nasty, so beware of speedy hitmen, banana peels, and popcorn stalkers. And then you got Spy Hunter. Smoke screens, oil slicks, missiles, and the guts to use them. Spy Hunter puts you in the seat of your very own high-tech, high-performance spy roadster. Avoid the civilian cars while running the bad guys off the road in a ball of fire. So here you go. You got Williams. Midway presents Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Midway Collection #2, the PS1. Next up, we got Crash Bash for the PS1. Bring it on, baby. Crash and his friends are back in a knockdown, drag-out arena rumble. That's right. Get ready to ride, race, jump, throw, and battle it out to the finish. Blow stuff up, toss TNT, duke it out in the jungle. It's just a good old-fashioned Bandicoot brawl. Think fast and play fast. Frantic head-to-head battles, heart-pumping chases, exploration, and adrenaline-rushing races for points. All-time favorite characters get ready to rumble. Crash, Coco, Dingle Dial, Tiny, Koala Kong, Dr. Neo Cortex, Brio, and new baddie Rillaroo. Adventure, battle, and tournament modes deliver nothing but fun. Take it solo, team play, or plug in the multi-tap and show your friends who's really top Bandicoot. You got more than 30 competitive events and tons of rides. Tanks, pogo sticks, hover ships, polar bears, and more. And this isn't conventional warfare, but then again, Crash isn't a conventional Bandicoot. So Crash Bash for the PS1. Next up is Crash Team Racing. Case is cracked a little, but what are you going to do? It's a multiplayer kart racing game starring your favorite Bandicoot, Crash, and a host of his friends and foes. The stakes are high and the competition is fierce. Ready, set, go. More than 12 playable characters in all. Select from your favorite characters: Crash, Coco, Cortex, Tiny, Dingo Dial, Engin, Purra, Polar, and other secret racers. Plug in the multi-tap and up to 4 players can race to the ugly finish. 25 trick-filled tracks. It all boils down to pure racing skills. 5 challenging race modes: adventure, versus, time trial, arcade, and battle modes. Reduce your fellow drivers to roadkill. Launch bombs, lob missiles, lay down TNT crates, and nitro. All's fair in love and war. Tons of wild power-ups with Wumpa Fruit supercharges. Amazing car control, power slide, hop, burnout, pull wheelie, spin, and swipe other racers. It's a full-blown battle on wheels, buckle up. And Game Informer says, CTR Crash Team Racing will likely change everything you ever thought a kart racing game should be. So there's Crash Team Racing. Next up, Namco Museum Volume 3. For the PS1, you got Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 2, Dig Dug, Fozon, and the Tower of Duraga. So, turn your home into an arcade with 6 classic hits. Namco Museum Volume 3 offers up the most exciting titles found in our massive arcade archives. Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 2, Dig Dug, Fozon, and the Tower of Duraga. All preserved in the Namco time capsule so you can enjoy them today on the PlayStation game console. Get an education at the arcade. Each game has its own room displaying the artifacts arcade fans love to absorb. See the original arcade marquees, motherboards, marketing materials, and character graphics. All the options, no extra charge. Become a real arcade operator without wearing the tool belt and overalls. Control game difficulty, the number of lives a player starts with, extra lives, etc. simply by adjusting each game's dip switch. You're holding the genuine arcade article. You get all the graphics, sounds, and gameplay of the original coin-op hits. The exact arcade translations, authentic in every detail. So those are the games you get. Namco Museum Volume 3. $5 for that. Then I found this sealed. This was $4. Sealed Grid Runner for the PS1. Game Fan says it's unique, challenging, and packed with addictive gameplay from Virgin Interactive and Radical Entertainment. I don't need this, but I'm going to sell it. Go through 57 rounds of blood-pumping, heart-pounding, mind-bending mazes in the sci-fi cyber-speed chase to hunt down enemy flags. Cast a myriad of magical spells to thwart monster opponents like the menacing Minox and the Empress Vorga. If you've got the stamina and smarts, Grid Runner will keep you guessing, gaming, and going for hours. So you got 57 massively challenging rounds, 15 menacing, maniacal opponents, 2-player head-to-head action, 28 highly unpredictable, independent, random order 2-player rounds. Grid Runner, PS1, sealed. Next up for the Dreamcast, I was missing this, $15, Crazy Taxi 2. Start spreading the news. The Crazy Taxi Cab Company has set up shop in New York City, and the streets of the Big Apple will never be the same. Hop into your ride and scour the city for fares. Race against the clock for a big payoff. Get in. Unleash your driving skills on New York City's traffic-packed streets in the custom lowrider cab. Sit down. Drive a cast of colorful passengers and juggle multiple fares as you pick up groups bound for different destinations. Shut up. Choose from 4 new cabbies with serious attitudes and style and new rigs. Hold on. Get crazy with shortcuts, obstacles, tricks, jumps, and a slew of new minigames. And the Offspring did the soundtrack again on this one, so Crazy Taxi 2. Next up for the PS1, and I really should have had that in my Dreamcast games, but whatever, got mixed in. Next up is Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. Okay, it's the Atari Anniversary Edition. Play 12 of the best classic Atari games with all the fast action sights and sounds you remember. And this is cool because this game contains essential features for every Atari enthusiast, including an interview with Atari founder Nolan Bushnell and images of classic Atari memorabilia. Now, for those of you who don't know who Nolan Bushnell is, he actually created Chuck E. Cheese, along with creating Atari. They're all here. You got Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Battlezone, Black Widow, Centipede, Gravitar, Missile Command, Pong, Space Duel, Super Breakout, Tempest, and Warlords. Each Atari title is faithfully reproduced down to the last detail, and each one is just as easy and fun to play. It's like having your very own arcade. Includes 12 genuine Atari arcade hits and these great bonus features. Video interviews with original game designer, images of noteworthy memorabilia, original press releases, and more, and you get a free Atari sticker. Did mine come with the free Atari sticker? Mine didn't even come with the game. How do you like that? Wow. I probably should have checked all these games. I don't even have the game for this. So I got screwed there. Let's see, do I have the game here? It feels like I do. Ooh, yep, I do. Namco Museum, Volume 3. I have both discs. Let me put that back in here. Well, that's fucking a shame. Crash Team Racing, do I have that? I do, but the case is broken and cracked. That's a bit of... There we go. All right, that's fine. Crash Bash, do I have the game? I do. Okay. Midway Arcade's Greatest Hits, do I have it? I do. And then these are sealed and stuff like that. Taito Legends, let me just make sure I have that. So I got screwed there. Oh, you know what? I might have gotten this at Videogames New York, because I remember the guy saying that some of the games were missing because they got stolen by some guy that keeps going in there. But anyway. So next we have WWF Royal Rumble for the Dreamcast. $7 for this one is what I paid. It's in there. Good for me. Brutal bone-crunching action. Immerse yourself in the chaos of a Royal Rumble match with up to 9 superstars in the ring at one time. Better watch your back, because in this type of match there are no allegiances or friendships. So you got over 20 highly detailed WWF superstars, 9 superstars in the ring, what's your weapon of choice, partner interference system, superstar signature moves, and wreak havoc backstage. So this is Royal Rumble for the Dreamcast. And next up I have a duplicate game, Virtua Tennis for the Dreamcast. And not only that, they gave me the wrong game. This is Sega NFL 2K1. So I kind of got ripped off here at the Expo a little bit. I have no use for NFL 2K1. I already have it. But it's in perfect condition. So that's good news. So I'll be selling 2K1, I guess. And this was a really, really awesome find. This was a literally mint condition. And yes, I already checked. Mint condition for the Genesis. Mint. I'm talking mint case, mint instructions, mint everything. If this could get graded, it'd be worth the highest you can get. It's the original Toe Jam and Earl. The hardest one to find. Toe Jam and Earl Pentagon Funkatron, the second one, everybody can find that. But here, two hip aliens in a serious jam. Check it out. We're Toe Jam and Earl, and we ran into a small problem. More specifically, a large planet I should have never let Earl drive. Help us hunt down the pieces to our rocket ship, and we'll let you jam out some tunes on our megawatt Ramster. Deal? Whoa, we're bumping into some of the weirdest creatures in the universe. Earthlings. Boogie down with bewitching hula girls. Block our nerd herd. Or hurl tomatoes at a crazed dentist with a drill. Split up and scope things out, or hang together to share your stuff. Pick up presents you can use, like wings, rocket skates, and inner tubes. Or ones you'll wish you hadn't opened, like bees, tomato rain, and school books. So grab a friend or join the jammiest party you'll ever play. Always new. No 2 levels are ever the same in any game. That's kind of cool. Here is the mint condition instruction book. The Genesis, so this is the instruction booklet, mint as hell. Here is the Sega Genesis flyer with all the games that were listed back then. On top of that, you even have the consumer reply card, and what is this? Patents. I don't know what the patents are for, but there you go. I mean, this game is literally pristine. I picked this up, and I forget, another PS1 game, I forget what it was, but I picked both up for like 60 bucks. The game itself is worth about 60 bucks, so I got the PS1 game free, whichever one I had gotten. I forget which. So that's the games I got. Now, this is really, really cool to show you guys, okay? This is really, really cool to show you guys. Oh, no, I got two more games. Hold on, I lied. I got Gauntlet Legends Complete in Box for the N64, $55 for that. Battle your way through the Gauntlet realm and become a legend. Arm yourself and up to 3 friends for adrenaline-drenched 4-player action in the legendary Gauntlet universe. Destroy evil forces in the 7 kingdoms. Experience 3 never-before-seen worlds filled with new enemies, traps, and treasures. Use powerful sorcery, exotic power-ups, and new items of legend to save the realm from the Demon Lord Scorn. Choose from the 4 classic characters and unlock 5 hidden characters to fight hordes of vile enemies and 6 vicious bosses. Become part of the Gauntlet saga by solving over 20 magical quests, complete with new in-engine cinematics to tell the rich storyline. Use a controller pack to transport your ever-evolving character to a friend's console. Then team up against Scorn and his army of death. Do you have what it takes to become a legend? So let me quickly put this in its collector's box. And again, for those of you who don't know, I grabbed these online. They've come for the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color games. Also, these are for Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo games. Okay. But completely forgot about this bag because I got a treasure. The last game I'll go over in there is a treasure that if you guys don't know, or if you already know, you should if you've seen the preview video I did of the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, the 2-minute video there on my channel. You'll see what game I'm talking about in a moment. Here's Mortal Kombat Trilogy, complete in box. This is 50 bucks I bought it for. Box is in a little rough shape, but this game is on fire. Shao Kahn's final attempt to control the Earth is upon us. 26 immediately playable characters plus 4 hidden characters. The new Aggressor Combat Mode arms the quick and merciless with more strength and power to inflict heavy, damaging combinations. Over 30 moves and abilities never seen in the arcade. Over 30 moves and alities never seen in the arcade. New brutalities let you pound opponents till they explode. New 3-on-3 combat mode delivers a marathon fight to the finish. 7 humiliating stage fatalities that send deflated opponents pummeling out of the arena to a grisly death. You have no choice. Defeat Khan's deadly warriors or die trying. So this is N64 Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Let's put this in its protective box. All right. And then next up, this is for the Sega Saturn. Rare as fuck. Rare as fuck. I got a great deal on it. You might look at me like, oh, you spent that much money on a game? You better believe I spent that much money on a game, considering eBay, the ones I could see, eBay had it for $30 more plus shipping. Okay? So even if I could have worked eBay people down to the price I got this for, I still would have had to pay shipping. Whereas I was already in the area anyway. So here we go. It says 250 bucks, but I got it for 200. House of the Dead for the Saturn. Rare, rare, rare on the Saturn. Take this off. And here we go. The House of the Dead, they're dead, they just don't know it yet. Your job, play teacher using strategically placed rounds of hot lead. The arcade monster hit has risen on Sega Saturn. Load your trusty 12-gauge and dissect every rotting zombie, beefed-up cadaver, and killer monkey experiment that stumbles your way. Just don't miss. These maggot-ridden mummies haven't had a good meal in years. A faithful conversion of the arcade original, dangling intestine for dangling intestine. Staggering graphic realism. Rotting flesh actually rips apart with each round. Exclusive gameplay modes not found in the arcade. Try Saturn mode or boss mode. 4 chapters with branching storylines. Have a new massacre for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Blow away more than 11 types of hideous enemies. In-game graphics show. Dish out damage to selected body parts. Brandish a stunner for the ultimate arcade experience. Rid the world of zombies, giant maggots, and more. Interactive storyline changes based on your decisions. So this is rare as can be. I grabbed it for $200. You might have heard me in that video talk to the guy. What you didn't see in the video was me shaking the guy's hand. vigorously because I got such a good deal. And let me just show you this before we get into the cool stuff I also got at this place. Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, press start, the program guide. Okay, here on the left, there's tournaments. So register at the tournament room past the lounge. In addition to the prizes listed in parentheses, all winners will receive an LIRG trophy. So Super Smash Bros. Melee, cash entry from 1 to 9. Street Fighter Third Strike, your prize is a Street Fighter figure. 1 o'clock p.m. NHL 94 poster sponsored by LIRG, 1 o'clock p.m. NBA Jam TE poster and basketball at 1. Shaq Fu tournament at 12. Smash Amiibo, Dark Pit Amiibo at 2. Amiibo All-Star Challenge, you could have won a gold, silver, and bronze Mario Amiibo at 12. Mario Kart 64 cash entry, the winner was cash at 3 o'clock. Blades of Steel, you got a poster at 3 o'clock. Soul Calibur Genesis Bundle, 6 o'clock, sponsored by Game On. And we'll get to Game On in the next video. Perfect Dark, Galaxy Tab, 6 o'clock. Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat figure, 6 o'clock. Then there was free play. This is what it's all about. Pull up a chair and relax with some friends, both old and new. Be sure to check out our Light Gun and Bad Game stations. Sponsored by the Revolution, Time Tech Repairs, Video Game Trading Post, and New York JAMA Arcade Engine. Museum, check out our collection of unique and obscure systems from around the world of retro gaming. Our gaming community has come together to present this great collection of gaming history. Special thanks to Mike Bird, Pete Dorr. By the way, check out Pete Dorr's channel. Joe Lerner, Scott Lewis, Ryan Shapiro, and Joel Albino. Achievement Station, just walk up. In addition to the prizes listed in parentheses, all winners receive an LIRG trophy. So you got Super Mario Brothers, complete 1-1 through 1-4 in the fastest time, 12 to 2. You can win a Mario Amiibo set, Nintendo World Championship 1990 from 12 to 4. Relive the legend and get the high score. You could win a Retron 5. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from 2 to 4, beat the champ with the best time. Little Mac Amiibo, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. DuckTales from 4 to 6, collect the most money in 6 minutes. NES Remix vinyl record. Donkey Kong Competition 94 from 4 to 8, get the highest score before time runs out. You can win a 20-inch Mario figure and some bananas. And Balloon Fight from 6 to 8, get the highest score in Balloon Trip. Special Edition Iwata Balloon Fight Repro. Then the Long Island LIRG. Be sure to stop by our table to enter into our free raffle for various retro games and memorabilia. LIRG t-shirts and stickers also for sale. That's where I got my t-shirt. The Lounge, swap meet from 1 to 3. Bring down your hauls and work some trades with your fellow LIRG members. Trades only, no cash. Cleaning Games and Systems with Rob Dyla, 4 to 5. Learn to care for and restore your gear. Cosplay meetup from 5:30 to 6. In costume, come take a load off. Meet the judges and mingle with other local cosplayers. And 3DS Street Pass all day. Break out that 3DS for some multiplayer shenanigans. Special thanks to our volunteers. Okay, and then the vendors. Game On, Game Master Games, Geekquisitions, Gotham City Games, John DeRose, Keep Pluggin', MLC Nostalgia Zone, Pete Dorr, Play and Trade Bayshore, St. James Games, Square Painter, The Unearthly Hour, The Revolution, Time Tech Repairs, Video Game Trading Post. Music, Luke Drellick and Afro DJ Mac are playing the groovy tunes, and don't miss Geeks Realm concert featuring Nicole Oliva and Jason Cromwell throughout the day. So this is the program itself. I'm going to hold on to this. And now this is all, when I saw this, for 150 bucks, complete in the box. And it came with an adapter, complete in the box. I think it's a brand new adapter. If not, it's gently used as hell. No, it's definitely not brand new. But here we go. It is the Sega Genesis Nomad. Complete in box. For those of you who don't know what a Nomad is, Sega created, sort of like for Game Gear, but they created a portable Genesis. And it did terrible because it ate up batteries like there's no tomorrow. Plus, it was bulky as all fuck. But it includes the Genesis Nomad 16-bit color portable gaming system. Requires 6 AA batteries, not included. Plays over 500 Genesis games. And here on the back, see the back here, plays 500 plus Genesis games anywhere. Full Genesis graphics in action in a portable game system. Play your favorite Genesis games at home or on the road. Connects to your TV set for full screen action, AV cable not included. Additional control pad port allows for 2-player action. And here it shows you Sonic and Knuckles, it shows you Comic Zone, World Series Baseball, and the Adventures of Batman and Robin. Here are the accessories. Enhance your adventure. You get the Genesis Nomad Power Back. Provides hours of play and saves money on batteries. 3-button controller or 6-button arcade pad. For 2-player action, connect a control pad to your Nomad. 6-button arcade stick. Get all the moves with a 6-button arcade stick. Car adapter. Play while on the road. Reaches to the back seat. And the AC adapter, which I have right here. It says plug in while playing at home to save on batteries, and I have that here. Universal AC adapter for use with Genesis, Genesis Nomad, Genesis 32X, and Game Gear. And TV hookups. Plug in your Nomad and play games on your TV. So this was awesome. For 150 bucks, originally was 175. I got them down to 150, and I grabbed it. And yes, I checked to make sure the system's already in there. You got Primetime NFL Football, Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, NHL All-Star Hockey. You got Vector Man. You got Marvel Comics, X-Men 2 Clone Wars, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We showed you the ones on the back and the ones on the front. So, and then here on the bottom side of the bag, you got Beyond Oasis, Echo the Tides of Time, Garfield Caught in the Act, and Taz, the Escape from Mars. So this was the Nomad. Pick that up. And then next, he told me it was brand new. He wanted $125 for this. I knocked it down to $110. It's complete in box. It's been open, though, which he failed to tell me. But I checked inside, and everything's there. I'm not happy with the quality of the box. It's ripped on one side, but this is the 32-bit arcade upgrade for Genesis and Sega CD. You can't see because I got shit in the way, but Sega 32X. $60 off Genesis 32X games, coupons, and details inside. Obviously, those aren't there. Compatible with all Genesis units except Genesis CDX. 32X power and performance, 40 times faster than 16-bit, 32,768 simultaneous colors, full library of new 32-bit 32X games, and plays all 16-bit Genesis and Sega CD games. Contains Genesis 32X system components, requires Sega Genesis to play, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, control pad, and software sold separately, recommended for ages 8 and up. So, on the top of the box here, shows you the 32-bit arcade upgrade for Genesis and Sega CD, new Genesis 32X cartridges. See, this is ripped. I'm not happy about that. You got Doom, you got Solar Assault, you got Star Wars Arcade, Golf Magazine presents 36 Great Holes feat starring Fred Couples, Star Wars Arcade, Virtua Racing Deluxe, Super Motocross, Sega CD 32X games coming soon, Fahrenheit, Midnight Raiders, Surgical Strike, and Wirehead. On the back, you got Virtua Racing Deluxe, Doom, Metalhead, and Star Wars Arcade. Here it says 32X power and performance. I'll show you. Upgrades Genesis and Sega CD to 32-bit play. Connect Genesis 32X to your existing system and switch on the power. In moments, you can accelerate your existing system to incredible 32X game power. Make 16-bit 40 times faster. You want state-of-the-art? With Genesis 32X, you've got it. This is the latest in gaming technology with 2 Hitachi 32-bit RISC processors delivering the fastest game speed on the market. This is true 32-bit gaming power. 32,768 colors at once. High-speed 32-bit processing makes thousands of colors possible at once, the maximum that today's technology can provide. Graphics are sharper and cleaner, the best visuals of any gaming system, and it attaches easily to your Genesis and stays put. Shows you right there. Arcade quality 3D graphics. 32-bit speed and 32,768 colors combined for realistic 3D graphics with texture mapping, 50,000 polygons per second, and enhanced scaling and rotation. It's as good as or better than the arcades. You get the total 32-bit experience. Incredible audio. Experience full and impressive 32X stereo sound. You'll be surrounded in the total multi-dimensional 3D stereo sound of Q Sound with both Genesis 32X and Sega CD 32X games. Complete range of games. Get into 32-bit action right now with a full library of Genesis 32X titles. Plus, you can still play all your 16-bit Genesis and Sega CD games. It's a lifetime of high-quality Sega entertainment. Here on the back here, see the box is ripped here. Contains Genesis 32X unit, AV cable, 2 connector cables, and AC adapter. And then over here, the 32-bit arcade upgrade for Genesis and Sega CD. Sega Genesis 32X specification, CPU, 2 Hitachi 32-bit RISC processors running at 23 MHz 40 MIPS. Co-processing Genesis 68000, Z80 VDP, and 32X VDP. Graphics, high-speed RISC processors and dual-frame buffers rendering up to 50,000 polygons per second for arcade-quality texture mapping, hardware scaling, and rotation. Colors, 32,768 simultaneous colors. Memory, 4 MB RAM on top of the Genesis and Sega CD memory. Video, overlays and additional planar graphics over the Genesis video. Audio, delivers stereo digital audio with programmable sample rates, audio mixing the Genesis sound. So here it is, everything's inside. I'm not happy with the box. I didn't realize it looked like this. I probably would not have picked it up, but I got a pretty good deal on it for $110, considering used ones in the box are going for $80 to $90. This is brand new. Stuff has never been opened, even though the box has, and brand new ones are going for a lot more than that. So I'm going to try to go to J Street. I know they have a 32X box there. I'm going to see if they'll swap out boxes with me. I'll pay them for the extra if the box is in better condition. So that's everything I picked up for the Long Island Gaming Expo. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share. One more video coming up. And that's all the stuff I got from a store called Game On, which is also in Long Island and also coincidentally happened to sponsor this expo. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.